Wouldn't it be wonderful to pass through this human experience without any problems? It would be nice to avoid sadness, disease, disability, and even death, but such is life. None of us are immune. At some point, we all endure these seemingly negative experiences. So the question becomes, are they really negative experiences? When adversity comes our way, how we respond to that difficulty is much more important than what has happened to us. It's our response that determines who we are to become. If we are to progress, life will likely get more difficult. The more daunting the challenges and the greater the apparent obstacles, the more potential there is for personal growth. An ancient mystical text of Judaism called the Kabbalah tells us the falls of our life provide us with the energy to propel ourselves towards much higher levels. It's the falls of our life, the difficulties we face, that can be a source of strength that enable us to rise above the adversity. When faced with a seemingly overwhelming challenge, doubt might enter into the mind, replacing confidence. The ensuing suffering can itself be paralyzing. It is easy to become discouraged by the loss of independence, now having to rely on others. It is easy to understand the indignity one might feel mourning the forfeiture of control over their life. The greatest fear is one of loss of what we have most relied upon throughout our lives, the thing that for most of us has defined who we are, our body. No doubt, the loneliness created by these fears can have a crippling effect. Part of this loneliness is from the fear of losing yourself. Similar feelings of loss might also arise from being separated from those things in life that have provided superficial pleasure, a false sense of identity or self-worth. These might be the loss of your job, the loss of a significant other, a precipitous drop in the value of your financial portfolio, or the loss of important bodily functions and autonomy. Regardless of the loss, the response is generally the same: to react out of fear. This has an insidious way of affecting every other aspect of our existence. Ultimately, this can negatively shape our attitude and approach to the life that remains. The door of opportunity then slams shut for us. To handle whatever challenges before us, it is in the framework of mind, and it becomes extremely difficult to be receptive to the beauty of life that still abounds right along the perceived misery. What is left for us then is to attract into our lives the very thing we have hoped to avoid: darkness. Albert Einstein once said, "In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity." Many problems aren't problems at all. They're just challenging whose solutions have yet to be realized. The next concept is a difficult one for many of us to embrace. Our body is really not ours anyway. It is on loan from the universe. Nature is the landlord, and our stewardship lasts but a blink of an eye. We must be very cautious not to place too much importance on the rental property. Inside of us, there are really two people. One is the ego. The other one is our spiritual self. To access this higher spiritual consciousness, it is necessary to control the ego, putting it in its proper place. We are so much more than our body. This body, your domicile, provides you the vehicle with which to accomplish your purpose in life. Remember, your body is only temporary, a perceptive figment of your imagination. Your true and authentic self, your energetic spiritual core, is what supersedes everything in the material plane. In the overall scheme of things, what happens to the body is really immaterial. It is, after all, a product of nature. Its survival is unimportant. Therefore, don't place too much emphasis on it. Don't allow yourself to be encumbered by the limitations imposed by this worldly experience. Always remember, You are a spiritual being having only a temporary human experience and not the other way around. Peace and love, Jim.